Well, good evening. I think I've just done the most challenging thing I'm going to do tonight, which is to figure out how to get from my seat to this microphone. But I have the great privilege of serving as the global chairman of KPMG, and it's my distinct privilege to welcome all of you here tonight. As a member of Catalyst's Board of Directors since 2011 and the chair of tonight's event, I have the distinct pleasure of welcoming all of you back because I think 99% of you have been here year after year after year, so you know what a great event this is. It's great to have you back, and I am pleased tonight to be joined to the woman who succeeded me earlier this year as chairman and CEO of KPMG in the U.S., Lynn Dowdy. Thanks for being here. So, we've got a great evening ahead of us, and I'm just going to take a few minutes to start off by thanking the most important constituency who's here tonight, and that is all of you. You're hanging from the rafters again. We appreciate that. And as you all know, because you've been here before, this is a fantastic event, and we're going to continue the tradition tonight of honoring outstanding organizations that are devoted to empowering and advancing women in the workplace. And I know how special that is for the organizations that we're going to recognize tonight, because I was here in 2009 when KPMG received this award, and I still remember the tremendous pride that every single person from KPMG who was here that night felt. So I know how special tonight is going to be for the folks that we're honoring this evening. You know, I think making progress in diversity and inclusion requires that we all inspire and motivate the people that we're leading. And I've always believed the way you do that is by sharing stories and sharing your personal story. And that's why this is such an important event, I think, and always has been to me, because in addition to being an event which is obviously important to Catalyst from a fundraising standpoint, an organization whose mission we are all incredibly committed to, this is an evening where we get to hear great stories. And the theme for tonight's event, In Each of Us, I think is a great backdrop for some of the stories that we're going to hear as we proceed through the evening. Because I think that message of each of us really resonates to the role that all of us, I don't care what role we're in our organizations, has to play in this diversity and inclusion journey that we're on. We are each responsible, no matter what role we play, for creating and fostering that inclusive culture that can make sure that everyone in your organization feels like they can achieve whatever they want to achieve at your organization. That, to me, is the definition of an inclusive culture that we're all trying to create. And it's not just about what we do as an institution. I think the only way we drive change in an organization is by focusing each and every one of our people on their personal responsibility to get this done, and emphasizing the attitudes and behaviors that each of us need to embody and exhibit if we're going to get to where we want to get to on this journey. And that includes me. And frankly, those of us who are up here on this stage who have the distinct privilege of leading our organizations, I think understand the unique opportunity and responsibility, frankly, that we have to lead from the front on this. And it's why it's not adequate in KPMG, from where I sit, to just have an approach to mentoring. Mentoring won't get you there. It's why we expect each of our leaders to be actively sponsoring a high-performing and high-potential woman in our organization. And it's why I sit on the Catalyst board and why it's been so important to me over the last 5 or 6 years. Frankly, it's why I'm part of the Women on Board initiative that Catalyst is sponsoring. And the woman that I've been fortunate enough to be paired with in this mentoring relationship is here tonight, Susan Stallnecker. If you would stand and let everybody recognize you. My job in this program is to get Susan on a board, so there's somebody on this stage looking for a board member. And I'd really like to wrap up my responsibility by the time we leave tonight. So I'm at table C. Stop by and see me. And frankly, I think it's all of our responsibility, those of us leading our organizations, to not just lead from the front on this, but also to make sure that we're looking for those visible ways to demonstrate the importance of developing, empowering, and advancing women and the next generation of women leaders, not just in our organizations, but frankly in our communities and in our country. And it's why at KPMG we're sponsoring our Women's Leadership Summit as part of the KPMG Women's PGA Championship. That's just my story. The thing I'm really proud of is everyone on this stage could get up here right now and tell you a similar story about what they're doing and how they're empowering and working to advance women in their organizations. And it's why I'm so pleased that I'll be sharing this microphone and podium later with Deborah Gillis, who we are blessed to have as our president at Catalyst. We'll hear from you later, Deborah. And as we honor tonight's Catalyst winners, people, organizations who are already embodying all of those leadership traits that are going to be critical to achieving what we want to achieve. They, of course, are Gap Inc., for their initiative, Women and Opportunity, and the Right Honorable Justin Trudeau, Minister of Canada. So thank you all again for being here. With that, I think, Peter, it's time to start sharing some stories. So I'm going to ask Peter Wasser to join me at the podium and get us started.